Hey guys, it's story time with Mr. Gary. Me, Mr. Gary. So happy to be doing this again. So many of you, I got to put my old man glasses on so I can read the book. So many of you have asked for story time to come back. So we're going to be doing it every Thursday at this time. So I can't wait to see who the first person to be on. I'm thinking today who will be the first person to join us. Adrian, you were the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Adrian is one of our most loyal listeners. Adrian, thank you so much. You are first, Adrian. That's right. First ahead of everybody. And I appreciate it. So today, the book that I'm going to be reading is The Rabbit Listened by Cori Doerrfeld. Kind of nice. And on the back, it says, sometimes hugs say more than words. Kind of true, right? So I love this book. I've read it once before, but it's one of my favorite ones. So I wanted to share it again with all of you guys. So we have Rose. I was waiting for Rose. I'm like, where's Rose? Hello, Rose. Rose, Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary with glasses, without glasses. Rose, one of the cutest things ever when you saw me in person and I didn't have my glasses on. You're like, where are your glasses? Does the rabbit talk? We're going to find out, Adrian, if the rabbit talks or not. But I'm glad all my guys are here. And as always, you can always go to our YouTube channel and see the 100+ stories that Mr. Gary has read already. So let's dig into it. The Rabbit Listened by Cori Doerrfeld. That's a cute little bunny, don't you think? Fingers are too big. Okay. So one day, Taylor, that's Taylor, decided to build something. Oh, look how excited Taylor is. Something new, something special. Oh, look. Oh, I used to love those wooden blocks. Hey, Connor, ER, Caleb. Hey, how are you guys? Everyone's joining. So look how great Taylor's building that. Really like Taylor is something special in their mind. Something amazing. And look, wow. Is that amazing? Taylor was so proud. Hey, Connor. Look at that. That's amazing. All the castles. Oh, so Taylor's sitting there. He's standing there. You ever do something you're so proud of? You stand back, you're like, look at this. I did that. I did that. That was Taylor. Taylor was just digging. He was vibing on that. And then, out of the blue, the crows came out of nowhere. Oh my Lord, look at that. Kevin. Hey, Kevin, my buddy Kevin. I love you, Kevin. Hopefully we see you at swimming. Oh no, look at those crows. Oh. And things came crashing down. Oh, everything Taylor built all that time. Look how sad Taylor looks, right? Can you do a sad face? Wait, let me do it. That looks sad, right? It was pretty good. How about happy face? Look how horrible Taylor feels. He spent all of that time, and those crows just came in and destroyed it. Just smashed it to bits. And oh, Taylor's just beside himself, right? Crawling up in a ball, just so upset. And all of a sudden, the chicken came by. And the chicken noticed, like, oh, wow, look at that. Look what's going on. And the chicken's a good dude, right? Chicken's a good friend. So the chicken's like, cluck, cluck. What a shame. What a shame. I'm so sorry this happened. And the chicken, because the chicken likes to talk a lot. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Cluck, cluck. But here's the thing. Taylor didn't feel like talking. So the chicken left. So the chicken was trying to be nice and was like, come on. Let's talk. Tell me what you feel. How do you feel? Oh, how long? And Taylor was just I don't want to talk about it. I just kind of sad. Is Taylor a boy or a girl? Adrian, that's a great story. I can't tell. I'm just going to call them a them. Taylor, and I think they did it on purpose and picked a name that could be a girl's name or a boy's name. This way, everybody could feel like part of the story. But that was pretty observing. I couldn't tell. That's why I kept on saying Taylor and not him or her. So Taylor's still there, and now comes a big, hairy, good animal with big fangs. And you guess what it is? Anybody? Oh, the bear. Now came the bear. Now the bear looks a little mean, but not this bear. This bear just wanted to help, right? And the bear was so upset that someone destroyed Taylor's masterpiece. So he's like, roar! Oh, that was a good one. Ready? Roar! How horrible. I bet you feel angry. Roar! Let's shout about it. Ah, Gabriel. I love when Gabriel joins our stories. Hey, Gabriel. Roar! And look at Taylor just looking up. Ooh, that bear's kind of angry. And look, but Taylor didn't feel like shouting. Look at that. You know what the picture reminds me of? One of my son Christopher's favorite movies is Shrek, and he loves when Shrek yells, "Arr!" and like everything like blows out of him. Kind of reminds me of that. So, but Taylor didn't feel like shouting. So the bear left. He goes, all right, I leave you alone now. Arr. That was my bear impression. Pretty good, I must say. I was impressed with it. Oh, a bear. Arr. Now, the next was an elephant. Wait, did I skip a page? Nope. And the elephant came up, and the elephant knew just what to do. Trump-da-da, I can fix this. We need to remember exactly the way things were, because elephants have incredible memories, they say. Like an elephant never forgets. So the elephant's like, we just have to remember how it goes. But Taylor didn't feel like remembering. They were so sad and so upset that they didn't want to remember the magnificent castle. And because they didn't want to remember, the elephant just left. And he seemed a little annoyed. Like, trunk up in the air. And one by one, all the animals came. The hyena, hyenas laugh. They actually do laugh. It's kind of funny. Let's laugh about it. The ostrich, gulp. Let's hide and pretend nothing happened. Look at the ostrich eyes. Oh, Daniel Osborne. Hey, Daniel. Elephant sounds like a trumpet. Yes. Look at that. Ostrich wanted to hide. The kangaroo went, ch-ch. What a mess. Let's throw it all away. That's what Mr. Gary does. If something's messy, let's just throw it away. And the snake was like, let's knock down someone else's. That is not a nice thing at all, right? If somebody wrecks your stuff, I don't want to wreck somebody else, because imagine how bad you would feel. Right? Like Taylor, you built this magnificent castle. You did all this. It's so beautiful. And those horrible crows came in and destroyed everything. And how horrible and sad Taylor felt. Breaking somebody else's wouldn't make you feel better. And it would make them feel as bad as you. But Taylor didn't feel like doing anything with anybody. So eventually they all left. Until Taylor was all alone. Look at that. It's kind of sad looking, isn't it? In the quiet, Taylor didn't even notice the rabbit. Oh, there's a rabbit. I didn't notice the rabbit. Where's the rabbit? I don't see it. I don't. Oh, but look. But it moved closer and closer until Taylor could feel its warm body. See, look at that. The rabbit came in really slow, really soft. and moved up and just kind of nuzzled next to Taylor. And together, they sat in silence, just holding each other. Is Taylor crying? That's a good question. I don't think Taylor's crying, but I just think Taylor's so sad. And he didn't want to do all the other things the other animals is saying to it. But the rabbit's just next to him, right? So together they sat in silence until Taylor finally said, "Could you stay with me? Could you please stay with me?" And the rabbit listened. See, nobody asked Taylor what Taylor wanted to feel better. The rabbit just listened. And the rabbit listened as Taylor talked. And the rabbit listened as Taylor shouted, explained everything and going over everything. He was feeling all of these emotions inside, anger and sad and mad, all of them. And the rabbit just sat there and just let Taylor talk and was just there for him as a friend. The rabbit listened as Taylor remembered, and Taylor laughed. The rabbit listened to Taylor's plans to hide and throw everything away, to ruin things for somebody else. He was thinking of all of the things. See, she was thinking of all the things that could be done. So, yes, silencing your book. That's right. And staying with a rabbit. How cool is that? Mr. Gary had a pet rabbit when he was little. My sister Sue and I. And through it all, the rabbit never left. The rabbit just stood with Taylor and stood there and listened and just, "I'm there for you. I got you back, Taylor." And when the time was right, the rabbit listened to Taylor's plan to build again. "I can't wait," Taylor said. "It's gonna be amazing." And look, they're dreaming of it together. Kind of nice, right? What I liked about this book. Let's discuss it for a minute, okay? So something bad happened. Taylor worked so hard on making that wooden castle, and it looked really, really sharp. Mr. Gary loved it. It was so nice. It was so nice. Then the crows came by and trashed all of the blocks and destroyed them. And Taylor's having all these feelings, and all of the other animals really wanted to help. They did. They really wanted to help. But some wanted to break stuff and yell or help or do this. But Taylor, hey Kevin, I'm so glad you caught us, Paula. And we're all wanted to help Taylor, but Taylor didn't want any of that, right? Taylor just wanted to feel sad. And then when Taylor was ready, Taylor said to the rabbit, "Hey, rabbit, you mind hanging with me, just listening?" And the rabbit sat there like rabbits do, like this, like rabbits do, and just listened to Taylor tell everything. And time heals, and time went on, and Taylor was like, "I'm going to build this castle. I'm going to build this beautiful castle, maybe in Nova Scotia, somewhere beautiful, Newfoundland, or somewhere beautiful far away." And the rabbit was like, "I am there with you, buddy. I am there." So hopefully you like that story. It was kind of cute. The one next week, guys, are you ready? It's a brand new one. Maybe. Just look at that picture. A story about the endless potential in all of us. Really, really cool. Maybe, just maybe, you will exceed your wildest dreams. Oh, thank you. You rock. So next week, this is a really beautiful, beautiful book. Great story. Well, I won't show you the pictures because that would be cheating, right? We have to wait till next week. But tune in to next week to see the story, maybe. You guys are awesome. I love reading these stories to you. So tune in next week for Mr. Gary with Story Time with Mr. Gary. It's not there anymore. I just like doing that. Oh, there it is. Look, woo, Story Time, Mr. Gary. It's on Facebook and YouTube. And please, subscribe to our YouTube channel so every time we do a brand new video, you guys get to see it. Yes, Daniel, a book called Maybe. Next week, the book will be called Maybe. It's kind of fun. Bunny hops, everybody. All right, you guys were awesome today. I will see you next week. Until then, be good. I see you then. Bye, guys. Love you.